Guys, we made it to hump day.
We ain't never getting smarter.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
You got a remix?
We ain't never getting smarter.
Wow. What are you singing there?
I'm singing the remix to the Chainsmokers.
Why smarter?
Because they did something very stupid this weekend.
Oh. What'd you guys do?
They thought it would be
Smokers. You know what? Chain smoking is not good for Corona.
I mean,
Change the name.
Yeah, how is there no backlash to that in this era of
Change
cancel
the
culture?
name. Yep.
Cancel the chain smokers. Who wants to hang out with chain
smoking's
smokers?
cool.
Who wants to have weak lungs when that Corona hits you?
yeah.
Doesn't matter. It's all about the cool factor. Young kids, we're young.
They should
We
be
don't get it. It doesn't
chain
kill
vapors.
us.
Maybe vapors can
Yeah,
work.
chain vapors could be like the
Chain-
younger, the 14-year-old version of the chain
14-year-old.
smoker.
I agree.
Just get two young white kids instead of the chain vapors.
Yeah, back
Yeah.
to like the Justin Bieber long
I
hair.
could work and just shoot out of like the smoke out of big vape canisters at your shows.
They do have a good hustle though, because they just press play and then dance on top of the turntable.
Yeah, they're
They are
young and
definitely-
agile.
Up until now, I would consider them geniuses.
Yes.
And then it all went away.
All went away,
Okay.
and I'm going to put into their company of big mistake folks the CEO of Goldman Sachs.
Which, for the record, they should never be mentioned together ever.
No. CEO of Goldman Sachs is the opening. He's the fluffer for the Chainsmokers. Okay?
Like, what the fuck?
They had a concert in Southampton, New York, and it was supposedly a socially distanced experience. What I read, it was like a 20 by 20 plot for each car.
Like it was a drive-in thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
You pull out your car, and then there was like, I saw an outlined version, and then like you put your lawn chairs, and then you have your, you drink, you enjoy. So I was like, oh, this is interesting. I wonder how, it'll be executed. It looked like there's a lot of white people there enjoying the music.
Yeah.
Because I would assume that's really the only people that kind of enjoy.
Yep. Yeah. Safe bet.
And they come out, they performed, and then there was a video that going around that their manager, I think, started posting and some other people. And those folks weren't as socially distanced. And that has caused an uproar because
The friends and family weren't.
So here's the controversy.
Yeah.
So Taylor actually gave us, finally he was useful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Taylor.
Yeah.
So on Behind Closed Doors yesterday.
Taylor's part of, if you're anyone looking to sue anybody,
He's part of the problem.
you could sue Taylor.
Yes.
Yeah, you could, huh?
So Taylor actually knows the guy who threw the event.
Okay.
And he provided feet hoodies,
Oh.
partnered with Dee's favorite tequila that put him in comatose for 48 hours and almost missed the Super Bowl because of it.
Yeah.
Taylor,
Yeah.
why don't you provide masks?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, wait.
Like, Dee almost missed the Super Bowl in
Yeah.
Miami because of this tequila brand. I don't
Yes.
know if he wants to mention it or not.
I don't
I
want
think
to
you
mention
did.
it, but
You already
like,
did.
I was like dead.
You mentioned it
It's
on
not
the
good
podcast.
tequila.
Can I tell you what happened real quickly? Sidebar. I drink this tequila at the Bootsy Super Bowl party. I come home, I throw up. Okay? I wake up in the morning. Normally, if that happens, I'm like, whatever, a little hungover, but I'm fine.
Yeah.
Anand's friend, Anand, stopped by to say hi.
Yeah.
And then I just disappeared, yakking my brains out again, like middle of the day. So then we had all these things planned, like on a yacht, on this and that.
Yeah.
I just skip everything. I'm sitting all day throwing up, sitting at home. We then have an Alice Gray event at the Webster. I'll say it now. I threw up at the Webster.
I didn't know that.
Yes. In their bathroom.
At what
in Miami.
time?
What?
Like
What time?
7
p.m.
So he hadn't left bed until we went to the Webster.
And then I was like, okay, I should be fine now. It's 7 p.m. I'll go to the Webster, grab a bite to eat, come home. Threw up. I was like, I gotta go.
And all you were drinking was this brand of tequila.
Yes.
And so he missed like the pre-Super Bowl dinner. Not like we're playing in the game, but it's a big excitement
It's
the night
tradition,
before the
yeah.
Super Bowl.
Oh my God.
This is what happens when you put people who don't know anything about fucking tequila,
Yeah.
and you just stick a brand with.
Totally.
some
There's no
favorites.
George Clooney, you know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get to the point. Taylor's a part of this, these
Taylor's
shenanigans,
part of the buffoonery.
part of the guilty party, and then
So
explain it.
the person who threw the concert told Taylor that he was pretty pissed because if you looked at the people that were actually attending the concert, they were properly socially distant and they followed the rules. The video that's gone viral that subsequently the governor of New York, Andrew Cuomo, is like threatening to come after them are the friends and family of the Chainsmokers. So not only are they chain smoking, they're not wearing masks, they're not socially distant. What's going on, guys? You guys are all Biden voters too. Let's cut the bullshit.
Cut the bullshit and stop with the fucking posting.
Yeah. So
Jack Harlow. It's like I think people are just dying to show that they're having a good time.
We would have never known about this if it wasn't on social media. Like that particular post.
I don't get why people don't realize like posting that is not cool. Yeah. It's like you got to do the bootleg, keep it underground. If you're going to go party and you want to do it.
Yeah, enjoy it.
But the management should have locked up phones.
The management posted the video.
Exactly.
It's like the opposite of Chappelle. Everyone gets yours.
Yeah. It's like if his manager posted his whole set the next morning. God damn it. Like, what are you doing? And then what, Goldman Sachs like invested in the show or something?
So here's my honest opinion. I don't actually have a problem with anything the Chainsmokers did. Okay. They, at the end of the day, they are rock stars. They want to go through a concert. Someone wants to give them a pile of money. Do whatever the fuck you want.
Yep.
The CEO of Goldman Sachs, who's a CEO of a publicly traded investment bank, most important investment bank on Wall Street, is the opening act for a live concert with a bunch of kids. Like, what are you doing?
Raping and pillaging the American public with record profits during the pandemic.
Yeah. And he's happily just...
And this guy's fucking opening DJ set. How
he should be fired.
He just settled for $4.9 billion for the Jolo scandal.
Yeah.
Because they facilitated stealing $8 billion.
Of Malaysian government money.
This guy literally just has no rules.
No.
And I think he knows it.
Yeah.
And how old is he?
In his 50s.
Something? Yeah. And he's fucking DJing opening for the Chainsmokers. Number one, if you're a super billionaire or whatever, don't open for anyone ever.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Yeah.
It's just not good for the business. It's not good for anything.
Yeah.
Just do your own concert.
Yeah, do your own concert with your jerk-off friends and go have your own Southampton. And, like, you know the audience at Chainsmokers? It's probably, like, parents driving their 14-year-old kids. And this guy, this old man comes up on stage. They're like, oh, great.
You gotta imagine the Chainsmokers and management are like, hey, if he wants to do this, maybe our prime brokerage account gets some preferential treatment for IPOs. This is a quid pro quo.
Yeah, I'm sure Chainsmokers got the Lemonade IPO.
Data Dog, they got everything.
Yeah, I'm sure they get some great deals. Okay, so what now? So Andrew Cuomo now has addressed it. Now there's like a real problem.
Yeah, I mean, look, anytime you have a group of people in public clearly next to each other, it's just a liability and a risk. Like, why do you want to take it?
Yeah.
Like,
but
even
also
like,
just stop with the fucking phone. Like, everyone in this industry has been in this industry long enough to know the no phone thing. We talked about it with Jack Harlow, whatever. You are so just... I don't know if the word's arrogant. I don't know what it is.
It's arrogance.
To be posting, like, when you know that, like,
yeah.
I don't know.
To me,
but you're going to pay for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't think people understand the severity of if someone got sick because of that concert, like, everyone's liable.
And, like, the Chainsmokers are huge. They're huge.
Yeah.
Everyone knows who the Chainsmokers are.
Yeah.
If kids see... the Chainsmokers and their friends and family aren't paying attention to any of the rules that we're trying to implement in the country to solve this goddamn virus.
Yeah.
Why should I?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really bad. But probably great for them. I mean, it's probably just, in the time of like no press, no nothing, now they're dominating the press.
Yes.
I say we go after Goldman CEO. He should know better. He shouldn't even be there in the first place.
He to me is the prime problem in this whole situation.
Stop DJing, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, as a whole.
Yeah.
Just stop.
Yeah, I mean...
It's over.
You have your house parties.
Or resign and go be a DJ. Ronnie Cycli, Solomon, they're all probably the same age.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that. That's fine. Ugh, okay. And then what's going on with Everlane? I mean, I know some of this, still a lot of people being called out for unfair practices and stuff like that. Is that what Everlane's guilty of?
Yeah, so...
To our listener, explain what Everlane is.
Everlane is essentially a direct-to-consumer version or an online version of J.Crew.
Got it.
For lack of a better word. And what their whole message was about radical transparency, that they'll show you where the goods are made, the factory they're made in, how much it costs, how much they're charging, how much money they're making, all that stuff.
Huh.
So, they built a nice business and they do really well. all of a sudden, they're ethical, sustainable, all the typical bullshit. Problem is, there seems to be a trend among ethical and sustainable brands.
What is it?
I don't know if you've noticed, a lot of the ethical, sustainable folks are getting in trouble. This time, Everlane's getting in trouble with company culture, the way they talk about black models, racial.
So you're saying there might be a tie between sustainability and
sustainability
racism.
might equal racism.
White supremacy.
Yes. Who else cares about sustainability? It's really a white thing.
So it's like
White people are the only ones with the luxury.
You have to worry about sustainability. Do you really think everyone else is like, oh, I need sustainable fucking t-shirts?
Yeah. I guess they're fighting the wrong fight.
Yeah.
And
they're fighting for their lives. They're fighting for fucking
ocean.
recycled cotton.
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
It's
there's
just
a few.
really funny to me that these mission-driven e-com companies who are, have good intentions, but then you struggle on the most fundamental things internally.
Yeah.
There's so many, business.
But that's a marketing. This is why I don't know. I just think that the sustainability thing for a lot of companies is a branding. It's like it's a check.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, but we're sustainable.
Yeah.
Like that's part of the marketing angle.
100%. And I think there is a customer that truly, I don't think anyone buys anything because it's sustainable. I think they buy something because they like it. And if it happens to be sustainable, it's like a talking point. When someone goes, oh, I love your t-shirt. By the way, the company's completely racist, but this shirt is sustainable.
Totally.
Actually, the CEO hates black people, but it's sustainable.
Stay focused. It's sustainable.
Yes.
Stay focused. Don't you?
Yeah, everything else is fine.
Don't you dare go anywhere else. One thing only.
Yeah, I think it's when you have the ability to make it a branding thing, you're not actually necessarily great people to the core.
Yeah.
You just check the box.
But this is like a faction of the employees are complaining.
Yeah.
The CEO's trying to defend himself. So I mean, we don't really know what's going on, but it's just being aired out in the public.
No, also true. I feel like a lot of that has happened too.
And I'm not even saying this is an Everlane issue where it's like they have something wrong with their company culture that other companies don't have.
Yeah.
I just think that what bothers me is people that pride themselves on being so mission driven, but sometimes the most fundamental mission should be treating people well. Yeah. Where's that in your mission?
Maybe
we treat all employees fairly and equally.
I will say the challenge for any company, because I don't know this founder. I have heard good things about him.
I've met him. He's great.
Yeah.
Well, that's not what it's seeming like here.
Yeah, I met him. I talked to him for 20 minutes.
It's also a challenge for any company when you get to a certain size of employees. You're going to piss people off.
Yeah.
If you have a 20 to 30 person company, there is a way to make all 20 to 30 people somewhat happier. They think you're likable at some point, or you can actually spend one-on-one time. But if you have hundreds of employees, you're not going to be able to, as the CEO, it is impossible to interact with everyone on a regular basis and tell them how important they are. And we are in the era of everyone's in their feelings, and you're not allowed to criticize anyone. And the moment you complain, it becomes a problem.
Yeah, that's true. That's why it's hard to tell with these things, and you have to see the details, because they're talking about how they talked about non-white models. So sure, if people are throwing around crazy words and whatever, that's your responsibility. That shouldn't be happening in your company. But I do think a lot of people are seeing an opportunity to bash people that, if you were a bad employee and got fired, you might hate your boss. That doesn't make your boss wrong.
Yeah.
And at this point, if you're in a company and you think, for whatever reason, black people are treated differently, or you're not incorporating black models, whether that's true or not, it's guilty before proven innocent.
Yeah.
And that's,
but here's the thing, where I think that it's not as important is that can all happen. So Everlane is getting dragged, right? Reformation got dragged. My guess, I don't think those two businesses were affected.
they weren't affected by the sentiment of people not thinking they're doing enough for Black Lives Matter. They're just affected by the pandemic.
Sure, but I don't think their business. Yeah, exactly. And so when you really break down, like something Navy, who's been dragged through negative press so much, I saw an article like her last collection just blew out or whatever. Right?
Really?
Yes. Yeah. So it's like nothing matters. Like at the end of the day, the people that are calling out these brands and these different people are not necessarily their customers, right? Like, I don't think Everlane employees called these people out, but do their customers care enough where you're like, I'm not going to shop there anymore?
Yeah.
I just don't believe that.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I don't think either.
I don't think it actually matters for business. I think like the CEO of Everlane will go through the motions, fix what's wrong with this company, and he'll go on and continue to do it. Those employees that feel a certain way about it, like, I don't know if they accomplished anything.
Yeah, has any national brand in the last 4 months actually been canceled? That is like a brand that everyone knows.
No. I mean, Gucci.
Canceled is one thing. Actual sales hurt is
That's
another.
what I mean. Has their business actually crumbled? Anyone? Like, you gotta think, from everything we hear about Chick-fil-A, they should be the number one company that people
It's just
should
too
be
good.
rooting.
Yeah.
It's too good. You can't.
Because even Nike,
They're like
Nike's,
blatantly like racist, homophobic, and it's like, fuck that chicken though.
Yeah,
And they're in West Hollywood,
Yeah.
in the middle of.
And there's lines.
Yes.
I mean, cars down the road.
that's my point. Is that like, as much as you call everybody out, it doesn't. We can't even name a business that's been destroyed because of cancel culture.
Yeah, that's why
Cancel culture
it's
is
so
stupid.
stupid, and it's
but it
honestly.
does keep people like slightly in check. I think.
I do think it
It's a
does
good
hold
little
people accountable.
steer.
Yeah, because I'm sure the people at Everlane are now conscious of it. Nike's head of diversity stepped down and said, I don't think I'm the right person for this. Too many people don't feel like they're not included in the conversation internally. So let someone else come and do this position.
Yeah, that's
So
tough.
I just don't think it affects business the way I think people want it to.
Yep.
Because I just don't think people think that's why even the notion of like you have to have a sustainable brand. I think it'd be great if everyone was sustainable. It's not possible for everyone to be
Sure,
sustainable.
because
but
no
like,
one can afford it. A
Yeah.
very small portion of the population can afford what it takes to make a sustainable brand.
yeah, exactly. So I think it's just it's a real challenge. I do like that people are being held accountable, but sometimes like the public dragging is rough.
But people are lazy. It's like people will protest for hours and hours but won't vote.
Yeah.
People will hashtag cancel Reformation but won't stop shopping. People will, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, people love to look like they stand for something, but when it actually comes to it, they don't.
Like your wallet has to actually dictate. in
yeah,
my
but like,
opinion.
no, those jeans from Reformation are hot. Come on.
Or the chicken sando.
Or like, I got plans on Friday. I can't vote.
Yeah.
We got a Zoom hangout scheduled. But I don't know. But I do like the idea of two things. I like the idea of sustainable businesses being number one suspects for racism.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
There's
To me,
something
that
there.
makes sense.
It makes total sense. And I also like the idea of the same way we throw around the word sustainable, like we need an anti-racist version of that. Because if you could say like, oh, great shoes. Oh yeah, by the way, the company isn't racist.
Isn't racist.
And,
This is 100% plastic, not recyclable.
Not
but like, you know
racist.
what? They're not racist.
yes. Like, choose your battles.
Would you rather kill dolphins or minorities?
That's it. If it's like, oh, this is a great brand, they're sustainable, yeah, but are they not racist? Well, unsure. They don't have the stamp.
That's
So
not the important part.
Don't ask that question.
Yeah.
Anyway, I like that idea. It could really help the cause.
Yeah.
Okay, let's jump into some great news. New COVID-19 cases in the U.S. is on the decline for the first time in 5 weeks.
Yeah.
So it's over. So masks in the garbage. Get your weekend plans together. I say check out the Chainsmokers Instagram page and check the tour schedule.
Hop on a tour date.
Yeah, see what Goldman guy's doing. What's going on?
It looks like in the coast, there seems to be a decline for the first time in 5 weeks on average daily total infections.
I think that's from Trump wearing the mask, you know?
Yeah. The problem is that 22 states, mainly in the Midwest, are seeing increases.
Yeah.
So like your Sun Belt, there's a scary red color on Mississippi.
I mean, they're having fucking Corona parties.
Yeah, so Mississippi, Louisiana, Missouri, those states seem to be really hard hit. So I think it's going to be interesting to see what in 2 weeks. But it does look like there's some sort of containment happening.
Alaska and Hawaii are red.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Hawaii can't be red. They took the most precaution.
And Alaska, anyone's even leaving the freaking house?
Those Eskimos.
Those Eskimos are out partying.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, but that's the scary part. So if we're seeing now a decline in California, it's because we rolled back a phase 2-3 weeks ago. So what is clear is indoor virus spreads.
Yeah.
You shut down indoor, virus spreads less.
Yeah.
So how long are we just going to accept you can't go to bars, indoor restaurants, and all this stuff?
Why don't we just have an outdoor society? I tweeted this the other day.
But you can't do that in most of the country.
LA, I'm not worried about the rest of the country.
Okay, that's the
Okay?
problem.
I'm not president of the
Dee.
United States.
We're 2 months from it being cold in the rest of the country.
You chose to live there.
Okay.
You have freedom of location, like they have freedom of speech.
Got it.
Okay, you went and moved to Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Okay.
You don't get to do outdoor dining.
I look, Pete made the right move.
What's the weather like in Austin in the winter? Are all those fucks going to come back here?
Austin's gonna be.
Austin's fine. I think it's chilly, but
Yeah, it's not rainy.
no snowstorms.
No.
It's Texas.
But yeah, I mean, I think a city like LA needs to embrace the idea that like we're not probably going to open indoor restaurants anytime soon. Give everyone the proper outdoor permits. Let it be Paris. Let us have outdoor cafes everywhere. Make walking lanes, bike lanes. Let people be outside. Like shut down Third in the.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. You actually have to shut down these streets.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the way these restaurants, they don't have big parking lots.
Yeah.
What restaurant on 3rd even has a parking lot?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like you have to
They
make
talked
it.
about doing that.
What?
They talked like months ago about shutting down streets for exercise and stuff.
So they have, I'll tell you, between where I live and the office, there are streets that are now says closed through traffic, and it literally has no cars and people can walk.
Got it.
I don't see anyone using these streets, unfortunately.
Do
Or
it
you
on
just-
3rd, it'll be packed.
Why
Yeah.
don't you just stagger it?
Yeah.
Right? On one day a week, 3rd is shut, and then
Yeah.
everyone 2 days a week, whatever the
Yeah.
number is. Sunset, boom, 2 days a week.
Yeah.
We shut down the whole city for a marathon.
Yeah.
That caused the spread in March.
Yeah.
They do a yearly fucking bike ride.
Yeah.
That thing is so stupid.
Yeah. Sick
But
of it.
who in the city is going to be smart enough to stagger when you do this? No one.
But the problem is like it doesn't feel. Look, I'm sure it's a crazy amount of work. I'm sure the mayor and whatever, but like it doesn't seem very creative.
I don't think it's that hard to think about where the highest concentration of restaurants are in the city and alternate who gets to use the entire street and close it. It's not, traffic's already down, so it's not a public hindrance to anyone.
Yeah, and I think that's where we're just going to have to see a shift in at least cities like LA that have great weather, like 320 days of the year, and like just shift to an outdoor culture. Like we should all be sitting out to eat. You should be sitting out. If you want to go to a bar, it's all outside. Like figure it out.
Yeah, I agree.
Re-permit, rezone.
It's all just permits.
What?
It's all just permits.
Just give people permits.
You already let Postmates deliver fucking alcohol from anyone.
Anyone can sell alcohol right now. I could sell alcohol out of my house and just deliver to people, and no one would say a
I
word.
thought the city, the one thing they did do was allow outdoor drinking, allow all these things. You could walk up and grab a margarita and walk out.
Yeah, I
think
don't
they
know if
did.
you can drink it, but you can take it.
They're definitely doing that at like Pink Taco and stuff.
Yeah,
You
Pink
walk
Taco
up-
slammed.
Yeah.
I pull up to Pink Taco, get
And
a
State Social.
shot to go,
Yeah.
and keep it moving.
Yeah.
I don't
They just
think
need
cops
to
are trying to stop people from walking and drinking.
No.
No, but that's also why I think that when we talked to Turs early, and he was upset that the city wasn't talking to them.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you talk to the people that do this and
Yeah.
just all you gotta do is sign off on some whatever.
Yeah, permit.
Sunset, drink, whatever.
Do whatever you want.
All good. Okay. But it does seem like these hotbeds, and we talked about like, I don't know, it seems a little sketchy with some of the immune strength in the South. It seems like a real red flag that, Mississippi and some of these states are really getting hit.
Yeah, especially because college football's around the corner, and if those states are red, they're not going to be able to play.
I feel like those states are so oblivious to the fact that this is actually a real health crisis.
Yeah.
And they're going to play.
Yeah.
They're going to get screwed. Didn't one of the MLB teams already have an outbreak?
They have 18 guys on the team.
But anyway, but guess where? But guess where?
Florida.
Miami.
Florida.
The Marlins, right?
Marlins.
Yes. Let's be
But they
clear
had
about that.
they had their opening day last week,
We're within 3 days of the season starting.
and it's already essentially going to be canceled.
Well, they were supposed to,
Come home, right?
they had to postpone their whole trip. And the Yankees and Phillies, I think, got postponed today because the Marlins were playing the Phillies. So they had to wait for all the Phillies to get tested
Oh, my
to see how many
God.
of those guys got it. But
Baseball's off to a slow start.
yeah, so it's 18 players and coaches, but that's a lot.
I mean, how many people are on a baseball team?
I can't imagine there's more than 20 guys on the team plus 10 coaches.
Yeah, I don't know, but
I don't know.
that's a shit ton.
Yeah.
Okay, well, slow start. So
Yeah.
college football, I think, is going to be a disaster.
So the football question, which I'm curious you guys take, I can see why football players do not care about coronavirus because they are at risk of paralysis every snap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
long-term CTE, they could die on the field.
Yeah.
They could be concussed.
Yeah.
Things way worse than a 25-year-old getting
Then
corona.
why did like 6 guys from the Patriots just say, we're not playing this season? You think that's like a strategic ploy or that's a health
I don't
ploy?
know. I mean, that's that argument. Like, man, you go out on an NFL football field.
Yeah, you're a psycho
you're risking your
already.
life anyways.
Yeah, I agree. That makes total sense.
I could see why they're more emboldened than other athletes. Like, I could see why baseball players saying, like, nope, 18 guys got it. I'm out. Going home.
I mean, just sew one of these over the front. They wear masks anyway. You know, just put one of these over the
Yeah,
front.
exactly. That's true.
It's good out there, buddy. All right. Well, I don't know. It just seems like it's going to be, when you see that, I mean, the NBA, I guess, has done a great job so far, but when you see that happen within 3 days of opening day, like, you're screwed. That same thing's going to happen in football. It's going to happen in college sports. It's going to happen
Traveling
everywhere.
is the problem. Like the
Hotels.
bubble works.
Yeah, you have to do a bubble.
Yeah, you got a bubble.
The NHL is a bubble in Canada. 2 bubbles.
Bubble's the key.
Yeah.
Hit up Bob Iger. Okay, how about this? It's almost time to go back to school. That to me feels very similar to the MLB season kicking off. I mean, it feels like every little school is a little training camp. And you know, I know in LA they're postponing it, but across the country they're not, and you know, different places are doing different things. Everyone's trying to figure it out. But this is interesting. It turns out that, you know, the evil genius behind this whole virus, Bill Gates,
Mr. Microchip himself.
Mr. Microchip himself, I would say, you know, I heard that he was over in Wuhan, you know, around November of last year. Just saying. He's saying that the benefits outweigh the risk for young kids to go back to school.
So he's speaking about elementary, preschool, kindergarten as the age that he's really focused on. He said 13 and higher has to be more of a local decision based on how the cases are in that particular area.
Okay.
But he thinks that for young children, it's extremely important to have in-person learning because of where they're at in their developmental phase, and feels that we need to figure out how effectively you can reopen schools for that demographic.
But what about like teacher on teacher? And what about early on? I thought it was said that these little kids were like carriers for this thing. Is that over?
I mean, I heard this in our preschool that it's very difficult from a child to transfer to an adult.
Got it.
So I don't know how accurate that is, how true that is.
I guess
but-
we'll find out
Yeah.
in August.
Yeah, you'll know really quickly.
Yeah.
But the first school apparently is opening, I forgot, somewhere in the South this next week.
Probably Florida.
Yeah. No, I think it was like, you know, one of those other states.
Yeah.
Alabama.
I've heard some interesting, there are some interesting studies because there are some like daycare operations for essential workers that never close and like
Yeah.
stuff like that. And it does seem way less risky, but I don't know. I also get like, what do all those parents do?
So that there's a huge childcare crisis that's going on. Parents, effectively, like elementary school, kindergarten, and public school system is childcare for working parents.
Yeah.
It's especially people who have to go to work. Not everyone's getting to work from home and masturbate 5 times a day.
Like Pete.
A lot of people, if you work in a physical location, you have to go and you have to actually work.
Yeah.
And who's watching your children? Maybe you're fortunate enough to have family. Maybe you don't. And then what do you do?
So I'm curious, what data is he pointing to that it's okay for young kids to go back to school, because I get the societal impact, because
I think he's saying that outweighs.
right, because we have young kids and not being in school is like night and day from what they would be progressing versus without it.
Yeah.
And it's super critical. I guess I would say that makes sense to me if you're assuming there's no vaccine, nothing for years.
Mm-hmm.
So if this is a 3 to 4 year, you can't just lose a generation of education.
That's what they're saying.
If that's the theory, then he created the virus, so he must know.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I think what's really happening is he realizes that he's not going to have enough young carriers for his microchips. And so he's like, we need to get them all out there and get infected.
Yes.
Because we need early customers.
Yes. Because, I mean, you need people for microchips.
Well, if you can track data from age 3 on, way more reliable.
Yeah. You need to track them from birth.
Yeah, I say you go to pregnant women, Bill.
I think.
Conception.
Yeah, just fall right out of the penis.
But it is true that younger kids, especially the age demo he's talking about, aren't contracting the virus at the same clip that our age group is.
No.
And also, I think not nearly as, when they do contract it, even lower rates of like serious complications.
So, I mean, I've been at UCA Hospital in and out during the entire pandemic. The pediatric ward has said there has been 4 to 5 kids who
came in.
No one came in for COVID. They tested them because you have to be tested if you're going under anesthesia. And they found out that these 4 or 5 kids had it. 0 symptoms, 0 COVID symptoms, nothing.
Wow.
But they had to stop whatever they were doing because you're not allowed to be there.
So the real problem is the teachers.
Right.
Because it
Teachers are
is a health
screwed.
issue for teachers.
Yeah.
My suggestion is, in every class, there's a genius.
Let
Okay?
him teach.
Let them teach.
Yep, I
So
agree.
get rid of the teachers?
Yeah, that way there's no risk. There's
Just
always a
kids
smart
on
kid in
kids.
that class that knows the answers to everything already.
Yeah.
That kid, you're the teacher.
What's that, like Lord of the Flies? Or what was the movie?
I mean, that works for a little older. I don't think you have a
I want a
genius-
3-year-old prodigy in there teaching those
maybe
kids how to color.
Dom's running the ship at his class.
Like voting Dom to the front. I think you should
Everyone
take
gets a scooter. Go.
Yeah.
Everyone gets to get your helmet. Let's go. We're out of here. We're on the streets. They're flying down Melrose.
Leading the pack. That's good. I like
It's like
that.
my daddy takes me here.
Yeah. That's really good. Yeah, I think you do that, or the teacher Skypes in and she's just like a robot at the front of the class. And they just...
Yeah, because if these kids, I mean, the more you're out, the more likely you are to contract it.
Yeah.
Because even think about it, if you just took out all the kids and you said starting in August, groups of 30 or more older people are going to start meeting up all day from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m., however that works. That alone, and that's the most at-risk group, is probably what the average teacher is.
Yeah.
Right.
That seems really sketchy. They're in those conference rooms together, having their lunch.
Kids are just germs.
Kids are just germs anyway.
Eating everything, putting on the ground, biting things.
It's already sketchy, I feel like, for like older teachers. But I don't know. It just seems, even that alone of them hanging out in the conference room feels scary.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest risk for schools, to me, are not the children. It's really the teachers. I think.
And it's the kids coming home to grandma.
Yeah.
And grandma checks out.
Totally. And what if, we heard back in March that they were carriers and this was a huge issue. Now we're saying maybe not so much. What if, oops, our bad, it's September and thousands of grandmas have died because these kids are just carrying around corona.
I think those parents are not going to send their kids to school if they have the luxury to do so.
But if you eliminated all the people that had like grandparents, health, immune compromise, all this stuff, like you're screwed. You're going to leave behind a whole group.
And you know what's sad is this is where inequality is just going to get worse because you're going to have parents who have money say, okay, why don't these 4 families
it's
that
already
are
happening.
5,
I'll tell you
let's do the private quarantine of our families. We know where we're going. Let's get the instructor from the center, poach her, pay double.
Already happening.
Already happening.
Let me tell you something. Already happening. I'm in conversations. I'm hearing them. Families are doing their own little pods. They are paying for the teacher. They're going to go get the teacher tested fucking twice a day if they want to.
Yeah.
They're gonna
And
do
they're
it
going
in
to
one
pay
of their,
them more.
And they're gonna probably pay them more. They're gonna get them in a nice house. And
if you're a teacher This is the time to make the bread.
Yeah, make
Yeah.
the bread.
Yeah.
If
Like-
you're from anywhere else in the country, find the rich areas and
Go
just
to
start
Beverly
poking
Hills,
around.
go to Brentwood. A lot of parents want their kids being instructed right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep,
I didn't
yep,
even
yep.
think about that. I might quit to be a teacher.
Yeah. You're not
What do you
smart.
What can I
teaching?
teach? I
What
can
are you
teach
teaching?
anything.
We could probably print you up a fake history.
Video editing?
I used to be a
Teaching
swim
6-year-olds?
instructor. I used to be a swim instructor. I could come over and teach a kid swim.
I don't know if you're cut out for Beverly Hills swimming.
I don't know if you
I literally taught
in a bathing
like
suit around a
4-year-olds.
bunch of little kids.
I'd be great. I'm good with kids.
No one wants to let you in to get into your bathing
So
suit
the-
around their
so the-
children.
So the larger point is the longer this persists, the people with means are going to have smarter kids than people with less means because they're going to get the
That's-
instruction.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here we
That's
go.
why I think there's going to be a huge push when we get to September to be like, we
mean,
have to have some.
Well,
structure.
LAUSD's already work from home, right? Or
Yeah,
school from home.
school
and
from-
the LAUSD's, how many millions of kids is that?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a lot of kids. That's going to be a problem.
And apparently Google announced work from home until summer 2021.
Yeah, and they have 200,000 employees.
Okay. So, that's cool.
So what I actually got an inside info on Google on the way they make these decisions is they optimize for childcare and they make all their decisions like how can they like interact in this quarantine. So they're just optimizing to take care of their families. They're paying them extra, paying for everything, and
They're like, yeah, I mean, there's 2 billion people searching all day. We're
Yeah.
fine.
yes.
Yeah. Okay, next up, CES, Las Vegas. Great, amazing, fun time. We've been to a couple. It's huge. Takes over the city. All the new tech companies show their new gadgets. Pete goes to look at all the cameras, all the drones.
Yeah.
Canceled.
Yeah.
So that'll be online now. So just, I don't know, whatever. There's a Zoom link probably.
CES only exists so a bunch of nerds can go to Vegas and go to strip clubs.
That's true.
That is the only reason CES. It's not there for they can innovate without going to Vegas.
Yeah.
And CES,
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's pretty well known that week. It's the highest spending at the restaurants,
Yeah.
the strip clubs, the clubs, because who are the companies? Microsoft,
Yeah.
Amazon. Like,
Yeah.
it's the most successful cash-rich companies in the world.
With all
Come for a
males.
week, all males, send them. The Chainsmokers are taxing them at excess.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Drake.
Yep, that's true.
So I mean, here's a big problem that I know people kind of counted it for the first half of this year and maybe back half of this year. I speak to a lot of people in the events industries, and they were so convinced by Q4 there'd be events. CES is the Super Bowl of events for Las Vegas, and it is canceled. So you now start thinking about what is the long-term effects of like trade shows, concert, these big festivals.
Trade shows are done in 2021. There's
Yeah.
no trade show.
Yeah.
I
think
feel
people
like
are going to.
stripping and prostitution is really,
I don't think that's down.
nobody's talking about them. You
They're
think that's down?
No.
CES had to be like one of the 5 Super Bowls of Vegas.
Yeah.
It's probably
no, it's the biggest week.
yeah, financially.
We can ask our Vegas insiders, but
And
I'm
how are they
pretty
making
sure.
that up?
Vegas, I think, is long term going to have a really hard time. Like I
I'm
don't.
saying specifically strippers and prostitutes.
Oh, you go to different neighborhoods. There's still wealthy people that want to have casual sex.
But it's same. It's
gotta go.
the inequality.
Yeah,
The wealthiest people are going to get the hottest girls,
Yeah.
and then the mid-tier stripper and prostitute gets priced out.
Inequality is a serious issue. I think that's what Joe Biden needs to be talking about. Okay. All right. What's going on with malls, traveling, updates? Are we back at it? Like, how are malls doing? I know that in LA they shut down all indoor malls, which luckily most of ours are outdoor.
Yeah. There was a survey taken, and the responses were actually quite crazy. So on July 10th, First Insight did surveyed 1,200 people, and said that. I'll give you an example. 80% of women are uncomfortable trying on makeup and other beauty products in stores. 80%. 68% feel unsafe trying on clothes in dressing rooms. Then you have 61% feel unsafe trying on shoes. Beauty, footwear, apparel is a mall, right?
Yep.
So you have a customer base that's clearly saying, we don't want to do those things anymore
Yep.
inside of a mall.
Close them down.
40% said in a poll they would wait at least a year to travel on a domestic flight. 51% said they're waiting at least 12 months to travel overseas. 55% of people said they're waiting more than a year to go on a cruise ship again. This is like crazy. There's a huge numbers of people that don't want to do shit.
Here's the lesson learned. Close all the malls and buy stock in cruise lines and airlines.
Yeah.
Not sure why the last two, but just do that.
I mean, these are scary. If this is a cross section of America, this is not good for retail, not good for travel, not good for hospitality, not good for restaurants.
Shut it all down.
Shut it all down. And
It's
there's
already
no.
shut.
That's right. I mean, just close the door. It's over.
Yeah.
Take the signs off.
Yeah, affordable housing is my view to repurpose everything.
I mean, there's already. I don't know. I just feel like there's also no like abrupt. I think a lot of people are still counting on some like there's a day that's going to come where
Yes.
all of a sudden we're good.
This is the phantom V-shaped recovery that
Yeah.
politicians are selling the American public.
Yeah.
That is not happening. Where the V, this is like a crashing, like
Yeah, it just looks
This is
like
like
a V though.
a Black Diamond ski slope.
Yeah, it's just
not,
down.
Yeah,
You're
there's no
flo-
chairlift in sight.
and
here,
by
guys.
the way, you have one ski.
Yeah.
Good luck. You're tumbling to your death.
and the government just loaned the rich guy a third.
Yeah, for his back.
Just in case he needs it. Okay. And then what's going on with the other thing that I think was really big in the kind of middle stage of this was like all these miracle treatments, hydroxychloroquine and all that stuff. I saw, like we talked about, Brendan Schaub from Fighter and the Kid took hydroxychloroquine and claimed it cured him.
Yeah.
But the FDA is saying the opposite.
They revoked the emergency use authorization.
So even emergency.
Yes.
Sheesh.
So you're telling me that Donald's not taking his daily dose anymore?
Yeah, what the fuck? Donald said he was taking it every day
And
as
so-
a preventative.
So there's a video that went viral on Facebook and Twitter of a bunch of doctors in front of the Supreme Court talking about how hydroxychloroquine is effective and that they're being shut out. This video is like the number one viewed on Facebook. I think it got shut down, got taken off. Donald Trump Jr. retweeted it. He got a warning because people are saying Twitter gave him a warning and put him on some probation.
They
for
put him
12
on a
hours.
12-hour probation where some of his features were disabled on Twitter. They didn't say what. I don't know if he wasn't allowed to tweet or he could just read.
Yeah.
It's
That's
unclear.
amazing.
And because this video of these doctors saying that it is an effective treatment and there's like this conspiracy essentially to hold this information back. So the internet believes that hydroxychloroquine is effective. And the reason they don't want you to use it is because there's this huge hustle by pharmaceutical companies to make money on vaccines.
And Bill Gates.
So
I mean, why wouldn't the American public think it's a useful treatment when the President of the United States says he takes it daily?
Yeah.
That's true.
I don't blame
That's
the
totally true.
public.
I don't either.
So it's effective.
It's Bill Gates' fault. I mean, Bill Gates, you know,
Bill
wrote
Gates
in
and Bill Clinton.
to the deep state, and he
Yeah.
said, "Yo, guys, remember me from Jeff's Island?
Yeah.
We got to can this thing, or else my chips
Yeah.
are gonna have no hosts."
Yeah. But this is what, this video is the biggest thing on the internet.
Where
right now.
is Bill Gates? He did that CNBC interview at 6 a.m. Eastern. He's not from Washington at 3 a.m. logging into Zoom for CNBC.
Maybe Little St. James.
I mean, it might be in Hawaii. 3 a.m.
Hawaii would be midnight,
Yeah,
right?
so it could be going to sleep.
Yeah, that's a good. All good questions.
Yeah.
We don't know. Okay, and then what's this like article about the Trump campaign laundering money?
So
Who's going to jail next?
I got the guy for you.
Thank you.
There's been a nonpartisan organization called Campaign Legal Center that filed with the Federal Election Commission saying that the Trump Make America Great Again committee has violated federal election reporting requirements. So they're claiming that $170 million of campaign funding was laundered through Brad Parscale, the campaign manager.
Who just got demoted
So
That was
because
the guy,
he was
yeah.
eyeing the girl, right?
yes.
That's
So
Yeah.
here's what's really going on.
Oh my gosh.
he doesn't. He's pissed that he's hooking up with Hope Hicks.
Yep.
And so now Trump probably sent someone, hey, let's throw this guy under the bus for stealing the money.
So he's the one who goes to jail.
He's got to go to jail.
Yeah.
So he's $170 million that went to this organization to do media buying that Brad Parscale apparently is in charge of.
Lock him up.
Yeah.
Lock him up, man. He looks like I don't like what he's doing to Trump with the Hope Hicks thing.
Yeah.
Get off his woman.
Yeah.
He looks like a defunct motivational speaker.
Yeah.
Defund Brad Parscale.
Lock him up.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, he's a great scapegoat, great timing. Trump's
You
cleaning
just-
up the swamp.
Yeah.
You just have to be a vendor for one of these campaigns. What are they spending $170 million on that they don't even know where it went?
Yeah.
If $170 million just disappears,
That's true. Someone's
just making out like a bandit.
Let's
is
see
where
what
all
kind of
that-
jewelry Hope Hicks has.
heard it's nice.
Yeah.
This guy in Florida purchases a Lamborghini with a little bit of money, and they can get him right off the bat, but don't know where 170 million goes.
Yeah, the PPP kid.
Right on top of the PPP, but
That's
can't
true.
figure out where
Let the
170
PPP guy
million.
live.
Yeah.
You guys misplaced 170 mil.
Nobody can detect where they went.
How do you just hide $170 million?
I mean,
I would
the
also-
I don't know,
Asian
but I'd like to
government
be
hit
the hider.
billions.
But, I just want to come back to the mall topic. Sorry, real quickly. You know who's not struggling to get people lining up? Louis Vuitton. I drove by in Beverly Hills. There was lines of people on 2 separate blocks.
It's true.
That's insane.
I did that also.
It's because all these OnlyFans
Did you really?
girls.
No, I didn't wait. I drove by.
Okay. I was like,
It's
hey,
like
you're
this.
waiting in line.
No, hell no. No, I was curious. I was curious last week what was popping down on Rodeo. And Rodeo was cracking.
Yeah.
Wait, it was lined up last week? I went yesterday.
Yeah, last week Rodeo was cracking. I think it was on the way home from here one of the days. I just drove that way. It was cracking in lines around the corner for Louis Vuitton. Not many for many other places.
What kind of demographics did you see?
Rich people.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of mid-20s Asians.
Yeah.
A lot of like streetwear-y people.
Yeah.
I'm still to this day mind blown. Ever since that transition happened in like 2017 or whatever, 18, where the fuck all these people are getting the money?
I
It
think
looks like the crowd that used to be walking up and down Fairfax is now walking up and down Rodeo.
It's the
Yeah.
internet. Resellers, right?
Is it?
It has to be.
No, I think
You're just
people-
cashing out? Like you would have went to Fairfax and bought 10 items, but instead you go to Rodeo and buy one?
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah, 100%.
It's a lot of
I don't think that's what's driving Louis Vuitton's business.
No, but-
that we know is Chinese people, but we know that like these kids now, if you look at like how young, what they desire, it's all luxury product.
And you
they
gotta-
don't want any run of the mill.
Look, if you're a
I just
young...
don't get how you can even afford it.
Yeah, I agree. And I think our age demo aren't shopping because you've nowhere to go, nowhere to be, and you're not on TikTok.
Yeah.
But these young kids are on TikTok trying to
True.
floss.
Yeah.
You got to get the hot shit.
Yeah.
It's true. I just do not fundamentally like have the closets changed. Like if you walk into like an early mid-20s streetwear whatever person's closet, did it change from 40 items to 4?
One Dior shirt.
Like it's one Dior shirt, a jacket, a bunch of white tees, and 2 pairs of shoes.
Cushion Dior.
I don't get it, man.
Are
It
they
literally
just-
looked like you were walking up and down Fairfax, but all these people had bags.
Melrose, by the way, was crazy too.
Yeah, Melrose is cracking.
Cracking, yeah.
How many
Cool
people-
Kicks is cracking.
Yeah.
Cookies is cracking.
Correct.
Yeah, those kids are killing it.
Who are they? Why is there a line outside
They're-
their weed shop, not everyone else's?
Cool Kicks or
No,
cookies?
cookies.
Cookies?
Cookies is also crushing.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they just have this massive following in that space. And then Cool Kicks, those kids have a big YouTube. And
Yeah.
it's just, like I said, like if you have a real fan base that really loves the experience, it's showing right now.
Yeah.
Well,
If
I've
you
seen it just
don't,
about every influencer posted they've been at Cool Kicks and just purchasing shoes.
Yeah.
well, they're
Expensive
probably doing that, right? They got to be doing that.
Yeah. Those kids are
Yeah.
very smart.
Of course.
They know what they're doing.
Right. But still.
Yeah.
Okay, and then my last thing before ads is, we got a new stimulus bill coming or what? Do we got an agreement? We getting 600, 1,200,
So-
$1 million from Kanye? What are we getting?
Yeah. I mean, the Republicans are coming out with their cockamamie little plan. It looks like they're trying to push for $200 of extra benefits a week from $600,
It's going to be
but
tough.
potentially another $1,200 check.
That's not going to work down on Rodeo.
Oh, 1200 is good enough. You get
1200
something.
is fine, but I need that 600.
Yeah, you need a 600 plus the 1200, and Rodeo is packed.
We're fine.
I'd like to take the stimulus, $1,200, go to Rodeo, see what I can flip that into, and see if we can turn it like 10 grand or something.
You won't be impressed.
How? What are you
no,
gonna
you
get?
can't.
You just keep flipping it. You know,
It doesn't work that way,
It's
Pete.
like the kids that turn like a
The flip thing is you have to get the item when it drops that's
That no one
extremely
else can get.
exclusive. Like from an online.
Yeah, you have to get the Dior Jordans for $2,000. Then you could sell those for 10.
You can't just walk down to Rodeo, buy a random belt, and be like, yo, guys.
No.
You want this
I
for 10
get
grand?
that. I get the process.
I don't think you do.
I don't think you
fully
do.
You guys just didn't understand
can't
what I was
just
trying
walk
to say.
down the street.
No, okay. You know what?
Forget it. You're down there.
Forget it. I like to forget it.
So it's
You
over
just
a
took it and ran with it.
$1 trillion stimulus bill, and the White House is trying to sneak in a new building for the FBI, which even Republican senators are like, what does this have to do with the coronavirus?
Mitch McConnell got jammed up when they asked him about that.
Did he?
Yeah.
And what did he say?
He, he's turkey neck kind
I fucking hate that guy.
of. Yeah. He's
So
the
much.
worst.
Whatever happened to Lady G? Did we ever read, remember
Yeah. He's,
they silenced him? They silenced the guy who was speaking
Yeah, I
out?
mean, he's still enjoying his sexual
activities.
romps.
I just thought there was going to be some big bombshell. I guess that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
They shut up that guy.
Yeah, they probably did.
Okay. All right. Good time for some ads. Why don't you try to sell some of that stuff you just bought down on Rodeo?
Well, let me tell you what the people have been saying, and it's everything about how great these ads are.
enough. You're
They
like
actually
Trump.
did get a comment. We
Thank
really
you.
enjoyed Pete's ad.
Thank
Toned
you.
down.
So-
Toned. Talk softer.
They have expressed their love for my ads.
Hi.
My
name is
continued
Pete.
support.
After our guidance?
Yes.
Or
After a post guidance.
It's always been there. I just told them, fine, today I'll turn it down a little bit.
and it sounds like the feedback was good.
Yes.
It's fine. I'm going to turn it right back up.
Okay.
No.
Let's get into hey guys,
Okay.
let's get into some ads. Pete, take it away.
Okay, guys, welcome back to this portion of the podcast. This is the advertisement portion of the podcast, but today I got a couple special ones to share with you in my very calm and monotone voice, because apparently some of you don't like when I get all mad and very, very excited, energetic, as they say. Some of you take offense to it, but I don't really care about you, because what I have today is so special. You're going to want to stick to the whole thing. But first, real quick, don't miss out. Thursday at around 1:15. Thursday at 2:15, we are going to go live on Twitch for our winners, losers, and content portion of the podcast. Now, this is an opportunity for you at home who are sitting there chilling, hanging out, and always say, boy, do I have some suggestions for them, or boy, do I want to talk to them. Here's your opportunity. We're going to go live on Twitch. Again, this Thursday, July 30th at 2:15. It's going to be right around 2:15. We'll tweet out the links. We'll put all that. So pay attention to Twitter and Instagram stories. We're going to tweet out the links. If you want to be really prepared, go ahead and subscribe to our channel on twitch.com or twitch.tv. And you will get notified when we do go live. But you'll be able to engage with the guys, talk with them. Tim and I will be on there. We'll be engaging back and forth and get the opportunity to engage with them in live time and be a part of the podcast. It'll be included in the recording. So don't miss out on that. I'll continue to share everything else around our socials about it so you don't miss out. But head over to twitch.tv, subscribe to our channel, and be ready around 2:15 on Thursday. We're going to live stream our winners, losers content segment. That's going to be happening from now on every Thursday. Now, quickly into the ad. Here is the special. Look at this. Okay, I finally got the okay to release and talk about this. Melrose Place. This is August's package for the Menlo Club. This stuff is gorgeous, gorgeous, high-end luxury blanks that I seriously can't get enough of. I've been around these for a couple months now. They started showing me them, giving me some little insight looks at them, and I'm absolutely in love with these. I've been wearing them religiously now. I can't get enough of them. They're super comfortable, super stylish, and really go great with every outfit. Here's a special thing. It's coming in August's package. If you are not signed up for the Menlo Club already, you're going to miss out on that if you don't hurry up and sign up. So I've got the deal here for you. You head over to themenlohouse.com, sign up for the Menlo Club, and for $45. That's right. For only $45, you're going to get your first package. And included with that, because I work some things out with the people around here, they're going to throw you in an extra pair of free Bowery sneakers from New Republic. That's right, the summer of the shoe. Their lightweight canvas sneakers also going to get included into your first package for only $45. Guys, it's regularly $60 to sign up. Boom, we're knocking it down to $45 just for you. Use code D2020. That's code D2020 over at themenlohouse.com. Sign up for the Menlo Club. Get that first package and those free pair of Bowery sneakers. And get ready for the Melrose Place. High-end luxury clothing offered right through the Menlo Club. Guys, don't miss out on that package. Plus the Menlo, plus the Melrose Place that's going to be releasing soon to the public. It's great. It's amazing. Look out for that. I'll talk more about that later, but that's it. Sorry to make this a long one. Twitch, Menlo House, and Melrose Place. That's it, okay? I've got to go. Sorry to make this so long. I hope you liked it. At least it's not some stupid-ass brand that we have to promote. At least there's cool ones that we fuck with. All right, that's it. I got to go. I got shit to do. Bye.
Wow, good job. That was good.
You know, one time I did an ASMR little whisper thing. They really didn't like that, so I went too soft.
Yeah.
Oh, you've
So I
done
think
that?
I found my happy medium now.
You've done that also?
Yeah, I did like a whisper thing, and
Great.
people were weirded
So you're just
out.
doing whatever the fuck you want when we give you these ads, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. This time, I'm going to do it in a French accent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bonjour.
It's me, the boy the beat.
Okay, well, hopefully the conversion stays high.
Well, it's only for your guys' brands. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you. So what? This was a big thing that came out about these riots and protests when they were first happening. All the Black Lives Matter stuff was that there were like undercover cops. There were these, possibly white supremacists. We don't know, but a lot of the protesters were consistently claiming that they weren't the ones starting the trouble. This is now happening again right now in Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah.
Where people are saying that it was actually white supremacists disguised as Black Lives Matter protesters that were really kicking things up.
Yeah. I mean,
First of all, I just want to say, Virginia, was just white supremacy out the took us or what?
yeah.
Because I feel like that's where all these
Trump's got a golf course there.
Charlottesville
Yeah.
was, seems real white supremacy.
Yeah.
White supreme.
Virginia's a hotbed for that.
Somebody should start a brand called White Supreme. For all the white
really
supremacist
hypest-
hype beasts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably do well.
What's that MAGA brand? The big one?
Vineyard Vines?
Yeah. They must be on fire.
On fire.
On fire, for sure.
I mean, I think they have an NFL license too.
Oh, God.
Nuts. You better stand.
Yeah, if they just did a stand NFL collab,
Yeah.
Kansas City Chiefs fans stand.
By the way, did we ever say, or did I miss it, that the Kansas City Chiefs name is the Washington Redskins name is the Washington football team? Fuck off. This is why people have a reason to be mad that you changed the name.
Yeah.
But, you couldn't pay some branding agency come up with a name in 5 days.
Anyone. Literally anyone. Anything but Washington football team. Because now what happens is see, we should have never changed the name. I agree.
Yeah.
Idiots. Okay, so what's happening? White supremacy
Yeah, I
hotbed.
mean, it's in Richmond, Virginia. They're investigating it. The problem is when things happen so later after the fact, it's really hard to understand what's the evidence that this is actually real.
So how's it even gaining traction this much after?
Because the local government is looking into it, and now the story is just becoming more national.
Got it.
Because then that starts making people think, hey, this happened everywhere. All the riots were caused by white supremacists. So we don't know. I mean, I'm sure there is foul play in situations like this. It's just this just causes honestly more anxiety amongst both sides, because it's we need to see videos, pictures, and evidence, not police think.
I agree. I think everything in 2020 is how can you politicize it?
Yeah.
And I think it's very likely that alt-right people tried to use the protest to make left people look bad. It's also very likely that it's a lie the other way. Who the hell knows?
Yep.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens. I would love to see some proof, because I did see some videos that looked really shady and interesting and whatever, but you have no idea what you're watching on the internet.
Right.
Emmy nominations, complete jump.
Yeah.
Emmy nominations are out. All that I can gather is Netflix is the future.
Netflix is the future.
And the present.
Also true. Thank you. Yes.
160 nominations they got.
How many awards
How
are
many?
there?
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck?
And then the white guilt is on big. Watchmen got the most nominations, and Watchmen is the HBO show about Black Wall Street massacre. Or
Do you think
Tulsa
that was?
massacre.
Do you think that was? That's the right thing to do right now.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems so obvious.
Yeah.
And I see Jimmy Kimmel's hosting.
I thought he was kind of
I thought he was taking a break.
he blackfaced.
Yes.
Maybe he'll do it in blackface.
Imagine.
Can you imagine?
Imagine. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. Okay.
So the big best drama series. Let's just go to the big topics. Better Call Saul, never seen it. The Crown, never seen it. Handmaid's Tale, never seen it. Killing Eve, never heard of
saw
it.
it.
Mandalorian,
Killing Eve's great.
never seen it. Ozark saw
Amazing.
season 1.
Love it.
Stranger Things, never seen it.
Amazing.
Succession, seen it.
Seen it.
Amazing.
Okay.
When's Succession coming out? That's an incredible show. Should be
Never.
out.
How?
They didn't have it recorded? You're right.
Never. It's never coming. You never see it again.
I wish they would have had it recorded by now. Are you
Those
sure?
those cast members are so old. That guy is like 150.
Yeah, he's gonna.
He
can't
was
be out
almost
here.
dead in the show.
Yeah. Best comedy. Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Seen it.
Seen it. Dead to Me. Not
No.
seen it. The Good Place. Never heard of it.
Wow,
Insecure.
NBC snuck in a nomination.
Yeah, Insecure. I've seen one season. Kaminsky Method. I'm watching it right now. Fantastic.
Really?
Yeah.
What's it about?
It's about two old farts. Michael Douglas and Alan Arkin.
Oh, okay.
Pretty
Sounds
funny.
horrible.
Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Fantastic.
That's your
You're
that's your
like
go-to.
literally street
Yeah.
team.
Schitt's Creek. Never seen it. What We Do in Shadows. Never heard of it.
Maybe you're not the right demo for the Emmys.
Best limited
Yeah.
series.
Because I've heard of all these names because Amanda's seen pretty much all
What
of
We
it.
Do
I
in
need
the
to go through this
Shadows.
list and just watch these maybe because I've been dying for some new content.
This is
Here's a
best
whole-
limited series. I've never even heard of any of these except for Watchmen. Little Fries Everywhere. Mrs. America. Unbelievable. Unorthodox. Watchmen.
Unorthodox. I started because it got such.
I like
good.
Little Fries Everywhere. That was good.
Little fries everywhere, not little fires.
Fires.
Oh, whatever.
Okay,
Sorry.
you guys both said fries. I was like, what the fuck is that?
I mean, I'm hungry.
You got it.
I was like, Little Fries. I would love a Little
It's,
Fry right now.
It's your girl, Carrie Washington.
I like Kerry
Yeah.
Washington.
yeah. Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah, I gotta just go through that list and start watching those.
Yeah, I mean, so those are the highlights of the best shows. No one's really seen any of them.
No, I think everyone's seen all of them, and you haven't seen 99%. I've seen probably a little more than you.
Yeah.
And drama, maybe
I'm in the
some.
middle.
What?
I'm in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the big snub was Russell Crowe for loudest voice. Didn't get anything.
Wow.
That's wild.
That's on some like he's a white male. We ain't hooking him up.
Or it's like we don't want to politicize the Emmys.
That's crazy.
He
Tim.
crushed that role.
Crushed it.
That series was incredible. I mean,
What did
I
that series get nominated for?
I don't see it in anything.
That's a joke. That's just probably some like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? Whoa.
What are you watching?
Whoa.
That's
Just
what you're
started
doing over there,
randomly
huh?
playing Halsey. Okay. Yeah, I feel like that maybe might be some like, don't talk about the other side stuff.
Yeah. What is Mrs. America? I haven't even heard of this show.
I think I watched a preview
Is it
for
like
it.
Captain America, his wife or something?
I don't know. I gotta watch it.
Okay. All right. Here, you want to talk about Mr. and Mrs. America. Let's talk about freaking Mr. and Mrs. Entanglement. Mm-hmm. So, ever since the big entanglement scandal, it looks like people have been looking at, just, I don't know, anytime eyes are on you, it's not what you want in the internet age. People are just sort of digging around and whatever and digging into Will and Jada's history. And I think one of the biggest things was like they've been accused of being Scientologists a lot. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, on one of their episodes on Red Table Talk, they denied that they were. Mm-hmm. They also denied that they were swingers.
Yes.
They had a freaking Scientologist school for children.
Yeah. So Leah Remini, if you remember her from what was that big show she had?
Going
back in the day?
Clear.
Was it?
Is it? Oh, Going Clear is a documentary.
No, but she did a
Yeah.
big sitcom back in the day.
Oh, but I was talking about the one where she outed Scientology.
Yeah, and she said she saw Jada Pinkett Smith at the Scientology Center, and that Jada was a devoted Scientologist, and she was an operating Thetan, which is the highest level.
Jada.
She had reached peak status.
Wow.
And Leah Remini was saying that they operated a school in Calabasas called the New Village Leadership Academy from 2008 to 2013. 4 former teachers insist that Scientology not only bled into every aspect of the school, but that it was essentially a Scientology school. These are the Daily Beast is reporting this. These are, they've done their research. They've talked to a lot of people that were involved with the school. So, they just had a low-key little Scientology school in the hotbed known as Calabasas.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I totally believe it.
Yeah. The
Plus,
Scientology,
great. I mean, no better place.
Scientology probably has taken care of the Smiths. They're probably big fans of them.
So Scientology isn't illegal.
No.
So if they want to have a Scientology school, they're free to do so, right?
Absolutely.
No, exactly.
Yeah, there's nothing illegal about it. It's just, I think
It's just weird.
it just proves that you're a little cuckoo.
Yeah.
So all the rumors we always hear in La La Land are true.
I mean, that's what's funny is it's like, yeah, that's what we thought. But you have a fucking school, you're that out in the open about it, and then how are you denying being Scientologist when everyone knows that happened?
Yeah.
It seems to me like they almost they're not used to this. I think they've always been protected from scrutiny. And they're not used to this internet digging up hey man, this is right in plain sight.
They're doing the Roger Stone, deny, deny, deny.
Yeah.
See how long it works.
We've seen it work, so maybe it works for them. What's going on, once again, topic jump, but what is going on with housing in general? I've seen a lot of articles and stuff about evictions are about to really take off.
Yep.
I'm sure that they already have, but there's a lot of effort being put into hey, how do we not get evicted? I guess. But then also I've heard from my other friends that the home buying market is on fire.
I spoke to someone that came to Run Club the other day overhearing a conversation. He said the real estate market is on fire in the right locations. And
so just Tale of Two Cities.
Even Taylor said in Austin he made an offer on a house and it went over $75,000 over the asking. And what's happening in different pockets of the country, you're hearing this in suburban New York outside the city where people are leaving the city for the suburbs.
Yeah.
That in the right neighborhoods, right school districts, that homes are selling so fast because people are trying to move to different parts of the country. So you're seeing this huge shift into areas that people really want to move to. And then you're seeing eviction levels that are just astronomical. So they did a chart of all the eviction level risk across the country. So California, they suspect up to 37% of people could be evicted.
In California.
That's just in California. In some states, it was 40, 45, 47%. So unless the stimulus hits or there's more rent relief, I don't know how this rent relief is going to work because we've said it before. What's going to happen in a year when you owe $20,000?
Yeah, because right now, if you're in LA or New York, I'm pretty sure you just can't be evicted.
Yeah. But you're going to have to owe that money, though.
Yeah, but then you go bankrupt. I don't know. I feel like the rental market is really scary. If you own a property and you rent it out, you're rolling the dice whether the rent's going to be paid, and if there's no payment, you have no recourse.
Yeah.
But with the real estate buying market, if you have money, you're borrowing money for free at 0% interest and buying a home.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's two different ways to do this whole thing,
Yep.
Jesus. I just, what's going to happen? Are there going to be just homeless people all over the streets? What would happen? In LA? The homeless situation in LA is already insane. What happens at a certain point?
It's getting worse in my neighborhood. There's encampments everywhere.
Yeah. Yours is there's a whole housing district in the middle.
That's what I'm saying.
I think they pay HOA to make sure that
they're safe, secure.
I just don't get what happens on that level if if all those people get evicted.
Yeah. It's insane how there was an article showing that there was an offer in a home, I forgot where, 26 offers in one day on a home. And then it's the same neighborhood someone's getting evicted.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
it's crazy.
Okay. Then another thing, the TikTok stuff. So TikTok is still just kind of waiting to see what happens.
Yep.
I know it's still very likely, very, very real threat that it could get banned. But great opportunity, it looks like, for Triller.
Yeah.
So Triller's an app that's very similar. They were around first, I think, or at least, well, what happened? Sorry, TikTok was originally Musically, got it. So Triller and Musically were around the same time. Then this one morphed. So Triller, it looks like, is taking on a bunch of cash and getting ready to go for it.
Yeah, there's a rumor. They had done a fundraiser earlier in the year, but now there's a rumor that they're trying to raise a few $100 million.
Sheesh.
And
now's the time.
It is the time. I even heard, I don't know how 100% this rumor is, that they're paying some ungodly fee for the Tyson fight.
Triller?
To stream the fight on Triller.
But, not your audience.
Yeah, so I don't understand the play unless, the Jake Paul.
Yeah, stream
fight.
that.
Yeah, that's like a DAZN thing.
Yeah.
DAZN should be paying.
Yeah.
I don't know if DAZN can afford that.
I'm sure DAZN has that, right?
They did have the money. They were paying everyone. Maybe now they don't. I don't know.
Yeah.
What is DAZN
But
again?
it's
DAZN.
DAZN. They
That's where
had
all the,
a bunch of the boxing
Paul
matches.
fights were.
No, I know, but what are they? Did they just do that, or did
They were
do
buying
more?
sports rights, so they bought all the European soccer leagues.
Interesting.
They were buying boxing matches. Did they buy UFC? No.
That's ESPN still.
I just think the funnier thing is in the United States of America, at the App Store, who's number one? Zoom. Who's number two? TikTok.
Yeah.
Zoom has engineering in China, and TikTok's in China.
We love China.
Yeah.
China. I might move to China.
Yeah.
Yeah, number one, I don't think Triller can do it. I think TikTok is now built. TikTok is a phenomenon. The brand TikTok
Yeah.
is a phenomenon. It's going to be hard to replace if they can it.
This reminds me of how tactically sound the United States was in World War II of coming over to Europe and preventing the Nazi Germany from spreading. This is what China is doing to America and just infiltrating our entire livelihood, our data, which is, I know they're not coming and killing us, but they own everything else.
This is way worse, in my opinion. Because this is a long-lasting impact. Because now they've invaded culture, which is way more dangerous.
Yeah, I think it's funny that the Christopher Nolan movie that's supposed to be released here
is going to be released
in Asia because they have theaters open.
Yeah. Who are all these people dying to see Christopher Nolan movies?
I'd watch it. I'm a big theater guy.
I'll watch it too in 2 years when it's on.
I heard in Europe
free
too,
on
most
HBO.
places
on
in
the
Europe, they're
airplane.
chilling. Europe's kind of back.
Yeah.
We fucked up.
Yeah. So if you want to go see Tenet, fly to Europe.
Or
Okay.
China.
If you want to see it that bad, get out there.
You can't even get
They
there.
won't let you in. You got
They
to go
won't
2
even
weeks
let you
early.
in. You can't even
Go 2 weeks early. You might be able to finesse something. Or take a PJ. Okay, is this real? Tesla, so Elon has sort of bashed he's really bashed the virus and the response as a whole and demanded his factories be opened back up and all that different stuff. He blasted the stimulus package, but Tesla received
Yes.
coronavirus stimulus?
Yes.
Well, so am I correct in he blasted the stimulus package, but Tesla received PPP or whatever?
Yes. So it says as
God
part of
damn it,
various-
Elon. I'm trying to root for you here, man.
This guy's a scammer. Elon's a scammer.
Do you think he just doesn't know and he just talks?
No.
I just
he's
think
like
he
a
knows.
Trump.
Yeah,
He's
he
like
just
a Trump.
It's you can say whatever you want with no recourse.
Yeah. He's like, I have the audience. I control my audience.
Yes.
My audience will believe me whatever I say.
Yeah, I mean, he was tweeting how the stimulus stuff has to end and we can't just keep handing out money, but he's collecting the money on the other end.
Yeah.
In the tune of billions and billions of dollars.
Billions.
This isn't a $600 weekly check we're
No.
just asking
Yeah.
for.
This isn't, no.
And he's already gotten $5 billion over the years for SpaceX and Tesla.
For tax
government
cuts
aid
and stuff?
Just government aid,
Yeah.
subsidies.
Okay. I don't know, man. I mean, I like him. I like him a lot, but damn it, he says some dumb shit.
Yep.
All right. What's going on over at CAA down the street? Looks like absolute. I didn't even think about how agencies. So CAA, for our listeners, if you don't know, is a massive agency. But I didn't even think about how they would be affected by this stuff.
First of all, CAA has a very hot office in Century City. Hot, which is obviously probably empty. They have, as of today, furloughed 275 employees and let go 90 agents and executives. 90 agents is a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It seems like a lot.
That's
90
a lot.
agents that are minimum making 6 figures.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of them
Well,
making 7 figures.
Yes.
That's a lot.
A lot of douchebags left on the street.
Lot of douchebags with suits with nowhere to wear them.
Do you think they're just watching reruns of Entourage and
like the good old
glory
days?
Like, what
when
would
I could
Ari
just
do? What would
scream out
Ari do?
racist and homophobic things
Yeah.
and run around in my porch.
I mean, this makes sense. There's no new production
I know.
that we hear of from anyone.
yeah. Music touring done.
Music touring's done. I have a strong feeling the A-list stars, even if they figure out a bubble situation and be like, no, I've made my money when
Yeah.
it's open and I can have my family go freely. Because a lot of the A-listers, they travel with their family, put
Yeah.
their kids in whatever school they were being filmed and like,
Yeah, Jason Bourne ain't doing that.
no.
Ben
a-
Affleck's ready to get back out there, though.
Ben Affleck. Can't wait. Ben Affleck. I've seen some photos of Ben Affleck that actually make me kind of
It's
worried
actually
about how
just
he's
like-
doing in quarantine.
I think it's a huge opportunity for this TikTok generation. Like, you are the new stars.
Yeah.
What we thought of as stars aren't going to put out content for at least 2 years because
If you're like-
there's a
Yeah.
backlog.
If you're like,
right?
if you're 22 years old and have a massive following and your homie's a video guy, you can go make a movie.
Yes.
Think about the
just-
difference in workday between like Ben Affleck's agent today and Charlie D'Amelio's agent today.
Charlie D'Amelio's agent cannot be sleeping
Can't.
because too much money is coming in.
Yep. Phone just will not stop ringing with people just begging them to take their money.
Ben Affleck's agent is looking for a
Pack of cigarettes to Postmate over to Ben's house. Okay. All right. Okay. And then what about this next group is a business that I thought was absolutely untouchable.
Mm-hmm.
I thought if anything, quarantine would find a way to be even more useful for them. Looks like they're having a little trouble and they're closing 200 locations. Mickey D's.
I couldn't believe this.
I mean, what? I thought they were untouchable. And if you talk about like income getting cut, you got to live on a budget, go get yourself a double cheeseburger.
Yep.
Pull through the drive-through. Postmates, they come quick.
They're claiming that global sales in the second quarter fell by 30%, mainly operating through drive-through and delivery. 200 locations closing. Obviously, they have thousands of locations. So it's not that big of a dent. But, to see a McDonald's, like, can you imagine a McDonald's closing? Even
seems
Starbucks
absurd.
just reported 40% decline in sales for last quarter. 40%. I thought people were still getting coffee and
Stocks
shit.
up.
Stock's up, though.
This feels like America's crumbling,
Yeah, it's over.
When you see a McDonald's getting boarded up,
McDonald's closing to me, like, I've never seen a McDonald's not busy.
you might as well take down the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah. Freedom out the door.
Out the door.
Take away your guns and take away your burgers.
First McDonald's, then it's TikTok, then we're over.
Yeah.
But didn't Chipotle report like their digital sales were through the roof?
Yeah, I think they obviously have a much smaller footprint than
Yeah.
McDonald's.
So
Yeah,
I
they
think
must, yeah.
this is honestly like the time for McDonald's. If similar to like retail, like you better figure out your app.
Yeah.
Like cut out Postmates, cut out Uber, whoever
Yeah.
you're using.
Yep.
Don't give your 20% away because I know they're probably getting it for free now, but eventually they're gonna have to pay it.
Yeah.
Build out your digital footprint. Don't get
delivery
swallowed.
service.
Yeah.
Be Domino's.
Yes.
They deliver really well too.
Which
there you
one?
go.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
Just meaning like it comes,
packaging.
everything's nice. The drinks are perfectly in the bag. And then they do it. And what I really love is certain restaurants have sealed the bag from the
Yes.
restaurant.
Yeah.
So it didn't get tampered with by
Yeah.
That's a big
Michelle in
concern
the car
of
ride
yours.
over.
I mean, if I was McDonald's, I would have all my delivery drivers dressed up as Ronald McDonald.
Yeah.
If Ronald McDonald comes. Imagine what kids would just order Happy Meals. Oh, I want Ronald McDonald to come to my house.
Think about it. Postmates,
Totally.
I think,
It would
raised.
Yeah. It was-
Postmates
I would
might.
order McDonald's if a clown showed up
Imagine
at
if
my
Dom was crying. You'd be like, oh, you want Ronald McDonald?
house. Yeah, he'll come over
Yeah,
right
come
now.
over. Just stop.
Yeah.
Postmates, I think, raised like $1 billion and built a network to service restaurants all around the country. You have one restaurant.
Yeah.
Invest $500 million.
And aren't
just
they
do
the,
it.
the biggest Uber Eats
Yes.
Customer?
With like 20% of
Stop
Uber
handing
Eats
that
order.
over.
Yeah.
Get Ronald, dress him up, and freaking go deliver some
Imagine
chicken
if
nuggets.
Ronald, just a bunch of clown cars with Ronald McDonald driving around.
Yeah.
It works.
Like the Wienermobile.
At
Remember the
McDonald's-
Wienermobile?
And you could charge 20% more and,
And-
no one would care.
My
No.
guess is McDonald's, like you just said you ordered it recently, it's just the basic cheeseburger. No one's doing the fancy shit, right?
No. I mean, I'm sure very few. I'm just cheeseburgering it up.
And
What do we do?
fries.
Yeah. Cheeseburger, fries, and chicken nugs.
And a Coke.
So it's a simple menu.
Yeah.
If
They
you
could even
think
dumb
about
down the menu a little for efficiency.
Yeah, they don't need a fish fillet salad, do they?
No.
That sounds disgusting.
Nobody fucking orders that.
Yeah.
You spend that money on the Ronald McDonald costume.
Yeah.
What would the founder do? You know, that was a great movie. I bet that guy,
Yeah.
As
He-
Michael Keaton.
he'd have an idea. Michael,
Yeah.
can you help us? We know
Yeah.
you're not working.
Yeah.
Okay. What if Michael Keaton dressed up? Just kidding. Okay. It's time to
Batman.
Batman. It's time to wrap it up. What have you guys seen on social media in the last week that everyone needs to know about?
Nothing really.
You want me to tell you mine?
Yeah.
There's fucking aliens. We never
Where?
talked about this.
No, I don't know about the aliens.
There's aliens. They're starting to release Pentagon documents. My education on this is about at a solid 40%. But they admit in these official documents that they are looking into craft and wreckage and actual things that they have that appear not of this world.
Wow.
From official documents.
Okay.
And no one even cares. There's fucking aliens. 6 months ago, they released a video from a fighter jet of an alien, and the pilot said that was an alien, and fucking there's aliens.
I believe that.
So you don't care?
I don't have the appetite to care.
God damn it.
There's only so much, like,
I know, but
I have to care about sustainability. I have to care about every
Yeah.
group of people. Like, come on.
I just want aliens not to show up when I'm still alive. Show up after.
what about the very end?
I don't even want to see it.
What's like, oh, and look, we hate to break it to you, man, you got a week to live. You're like, all right, fucking bring on the alien.
That's not what I want to do in my last week of my life.
Just
Deal
hang out
some
with
fucking
aliens.
aliens stealing my thunder.
Oh, you don't want to?
No.
Oh, that's true, because then your funeral, no one would show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get all the aliens here. We can't go to poor fuckers.
The aliens
funeral.
might come out. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm really curious. Maybe that's what could bring the whole world together. That's what the people are saying.
I can't do space. Leave space out of my life.
Okay.
Space is fucking stupid.
So we need to send a message to the aliens and say 50 more years.
that's
we'll
what
give
you're
you some
giving me.
padding. Yeah, I mean, you run a lot.
I mean, you can't only. I'm
What's
89.
that,
I'm dead.
89? No, that's fine. Okay.
90.
There'll be medical advancements. I'll give you 55.
Okay.
Wait till D checks out and then come on and
Yeah.
pop in.
Space.
I'd like to see him at the end. I'd like us to be friends. Maybe they don't feel the need to murder us. Like the movie.
I think when they come down here, there's going to be some murdering. They're not going to like what they see.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, well, that's what I saw. There's aliens. Anand, you got anything?
Yeah, I got fresh off the printing press, Shopify is issuing $7.5 billion in securities.
Great.
Fresh off their record high,
Yeah.
with stock gone up.
And the stock went up after announcing that.
So good for Shopify. Take advantage of your high currency, sell
Yeah.
your shares, raise money, make people richer.
Yep.
Go for it.
Good for them.
And then I posted this morning, Patrick Mahomes is now a owner of the Kansas City Royals.
So what,
Fresh
he
off
just
his-
got a big bag and he just
Yeah.
rolled it in? He
Yeah.
just said, no, you keep it.
Yeah.
Give me the equity.
I don't know why. I feel like sports teams was on this enormous rise of value.
Yep.
And now with what's happening with attendance, and I also feel that I think the stock market stole the thunder from sports.
Yeah.
Because now you're getting your gambling fix.
Well, yeah, Davey.
Elsewhere.
So I think
Blame Davey.
I'm not bullish on the value of sports teams.
What if you just got in at the worst time?
Like if you bought a team last year, kind of an idiot. If you bought a team 10 years ago, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so to your point, ESPN did an article yesterday about the NBA and how there's crisis amongst ownership. Their core businesses are crumbling, like the Houston Rockets guy. He's a
Yeah.
restaurant guy. He's
Yeah.
crumbling. Fans aren't going to be there next year, no matter what anyone thinks. That's 40% of the NBA's revenue.
Yeah.
And every owner is going to be somewhat cash strapped. Like the Warriors are trying to sell $250 million of the team to shore up cash for all their contracts. a lot of these guys own the arenas privately, and they're over levered, and there's no concerts.
Yeah.
No concerts, no games. And, it's a perfect time for Steve Ballmer to just elbow his way in with this $70 billion and build a super team. Because they're saying teams are going to sell draft picks for cash because they need the cash to keep their businesses going.
Oh, that's good. What if there's a post-quarantine super team?
And there's no one who can compete with Steve Ballmer financially that is a current NBA owner.
Yeah.
No one.
Yeah, he's got to
He's
step up.
shitting margaritas.
Really?
Yes.
With that cash?
I mean, he's so rich, margaritas.
He's eating cash, shit margaritas.
So the Clipper fans who we like to shit on are in for a nice little run that they're going to have.
Yeah, do you think he'll do that? Do you think he'll put the hammer down?
Yeah, I think so.
Why not? He's
It's competitive, and everyone shit on the Clippers. And what if they're this team that everyone...
He should just buy the Lakers. Shut him down. Call
Just
it the
have one
Clippers.
team. Just call it the Clippers.
Buy the Lakers, shut him down, call him the
Call it
Clippers.
the Bombers.
And LeBron's the
Bombers.
star. Yeah, call them the LA Bombers.
Yeah.
You think they have to buy, he just gets to buy out LeBron soon?
I think he just...
Lakers start tanking. They can't afford LeBron anymore.
They're going to have to go to people like him and say, okay, lend us all some money.
Yeah.
Because your stock is going to keep going up.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Rick, I don't know how the NBA is financially going to figure it out. They're either going to have to tell the players you make a lot less because the owners can't pay you, and what players... And you're going to let one team allow to pay whatever you want? Like, what's
go
going to
to
happen?
Bombers, man.
Yeah.
They have 82 players on their roster.
If I'm a young...
They just do inner scrimmages, and the Bombers are always winning that.
Every game's a different team,
Yeah.
different matchup. Oh, my God. Okay. All right. That's all we got. We got some shout-outs
Yeah.
for the people.
Pete.
Okay, so on the first one here, we'd like to give a shout out to Alina. So Alina is the founder of Kind of Box. It's a really cool way. So Kind of Box teams up with small businesses to showcase their products. Their hope is that you will love the products in your box and want to see more. So they team up with all types of small businesses and compile boxes that you can gift people. You have your choice to compile the box with all types of things, like one of them is like a clay keychain. There's soaps in there, all types of cool things, bath bombs, a bunch of accessories, great little pieces that you can put together a box for somebody and go ahead and gift it to them for whatever the occasion is. Maybe it's
Was
just
that
a
an
friend.
ad? Is this an ad or a shout-out?
No,
Yeah.
but this is how good I'm at ads,
Oh,
right?
my God. What the fuck?
No, but she's a longtime listener, and so is her boyfriend. So he had asked us to give a little shout out. He's a longtime.
That's not a shout-out.
Origin.
That's an ad read.
Okay,
Shout
well,
out to you guys.
fuck it.
Congrats on
You
your
know
fucking
what?
thing.
Kindofbox.com.
Kind of an
Sign
ad.
that guy. We have absolutely no code,
Kind
and
of
we
an
have
ad,
get no
kind of a
kickback.
shout-out.
But here's your shout out.
Okay.
But it's a cool idea. Like
It's a
it's
good idea.
helping small businesses, which is great.
Yeah, that's great. Who else?
So we'll invoice you for that ad.
Is that it?
Oh yeah, that was the only one I had.
Okay.
Did you have another one?
That's all I got in my email here.
Well, today's actually Robbie's real birthday, so.
Okay.
Wow, double birthday shout out.
Wow, how much does that cost?
Well,
Next up, Robbie Snader, great guy,
Great
incredible
guy.
personality.
He's
You can
also
reach him
single.
over
He's
at
got a huge penis too.
huge penis.
Imagine if we
His
just
mom-
said,
his
we
mom
just ask all
listens.
these questions. You can say you can lie about whatever you want. What do you
we
want us
just
to
do
say?
ads, yeah. Funniest man alive, huge penis, lots of money
Yeah,
stacked
yeah.
away. I heard it's millions.
Yeah. I've seen his huge house too.
Very nice
Taylor
guy.
offer with the backhanded happy birthday to Robbie. Happy birthday to this little shit who I love to hate to love at Robbie.
Are you surprised?
That was on his social?
Yeah.
Public social.
Yeah, he's a dick. With like a shitty
Of Robbie
picture.
looking like Justin Bieber.
Yeah, what an asshole. I texted Robbie, said, happy birthday, hope you have some sex tonight. He said, thanks, man, appreciate it.
And so
And I've known this guy a couple months. He has known him forever. He's an asshole. Shows who Taylor really is.
Oh my God. Okay.
If you're gonna call someone a little shit, just
Yeah.
don't say happy birthday.
Yeah.
Just don't. And then you got to post an embarrassing photo.
Yeah.
yeah.
Block, unfollow.
That's why he's so unlikable,
He's coming.
man.
He's coming Friday.
Yeah.
He's back. He
He
gave
says-
up.
I'm wearing a mask.
Yeah.
But he's only here for 14 days, and he's going to Florida. Then he's back to Austin for the rest of the year.
Okay.
So he's coming here for his quarantine to go to Florida?
His mom won't even let him see him.
She's making him get an Airbnb.
She probably just doesn't want to see him.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want to see him.
You don't. You're
That was
going
my
to see
kid.
him. You're going to see him before
That
he
was
sees
your
his mom.
kid. Like, fuck, nah, man. I don't know. 14 days, I guess. Ah, shit. Okay, that's it. hit us up behind closed doors, Instagram, TV, everywhere where group chat is. Also on YouTube. This show's also on YouTube if you want to see our pretty little faces.
Yeah.
At Group Chat Pod on Instagram. Holler at us. If you really love us, rate and review the show on iTunes or the podcast app on your phone. And last but not least, go to melrosestreetjournal.com to check out all the articles about what we talk about, as well as subscribe to our amazing newsletter written by the asshole, Taylor Offer himself.
Wow. And don't miss us on Twitter.
We're on Twitter?
Very active on Twitter.
Really? Are you tweeting?
No.
Jeffrey's
we
tweeting.
have another guy named Jeffrey tweeting.
Good. That's probably for the better.
Yeah.
For the brand.
I do some